Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Trekking Across the Universe, or maybe Trekking with the Ark. I don't know which. It is July 17th, 2024. Let's just get busy and let's just get down to business. What a wonderful event we have today. For those of you that know and don't know, and you better know, it is the premiere to Ark the Ark, the second season later on this evening here on the West Coast. It'll be in less than 4 hours. We are terribly excited, and everywhere else, I think just a few hours away. But it is all
No, less than
good.
an
Less
hour.
than an hour.
Less than an hour, yes, for people on the East Coast. Want to give a quick shout out, Susie Bonebreak. We already have a like. Several people in the chat room. Look, I'm just going to go down the list. You know who I am. I'll stop talking. Over there, it's Michael Day over on the end. We have Michael Bednar also. We have Greg, Jag, Richard, and as I said, you know who I am. So, Christy. Oh my God, young lady. What a year it has been for you. A little more than a year, but
I
wow.
know.
And look at this one.
I know.
Christy, you look marvelous. So already, yes, and it's going to be absolutely awesome. Arc
This is why
54
I love
says,
you
"Good
guys. Oh,
evening."
I love it. I hope there's 54 arcs out there. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh my God, it is absolutely amazing. Marcia says hi as well, and I know we're going to have several other people aboard. There we go. The Arc Series fan group is aboard and ready for Christy and the Arc season two. Folks, we
Oh my
do need
gosh.
to remind you that we have to keep it cool on season two. So we can't trick Christy. We can't even imply anything. We have to be. We have to behave.
I mean, we can like
Oh, so
gosh.
so there it is. But
I
I'll,
won't reveal anything I'm not allowed to because I don't want to ruin it for anyone because this season is honestly like if you liked season 1, you're going to love season 2. Genuinely like the production value has gone up. the the stories have like exponentially gotten better. There's so much like classic sci-fi problems, great character development. I'm like this season I was impressed like last weekend like trying to like pitch I guess the show to people and they were like what's your favorite episode and I'm like oh episode 10 actually no 3 actually no 2 actually wait no I'm gonna say 4 no I'm gonna say 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12
You had
like
a
oh
it's
lot of
so
awesome
good.
moments in the first season, Christy.
I know. The
yes,
first season was crazy, but I really feel like the second, like the first season, if you liked it, like genuinely, the second season is wild. I can't tell you how many times I read a script and chucked it across my room and went, what? And then immediately tried to call Jonathan Glasner. And I think he just started ignoring my phone call.
oh
So,
wow, that is so cool. Well, Christy, look, first thing I want to get out of the way before I hand it off to the other co-hosts, because I'm sure they have questions, and I know everyone else in the chat room, they're going to get them going right now. Remember,
oh
be
my
cool
gosh.
with season two. You can ask anything and everything else. But Christy, I did mention last time you were on with us, you are a trendsetter. You are a trailblazer. I talked about it then. I'm talking about it now. You are the captain of the Ark, and what
Isn't
is
that
awesome?
crazy?
It
Isn't that
is.
crazy? It's
It,
crazy to me too, because like I was like talking to someone recently. I was like, there's only like a few female captains out
yes.
there, and the fact that Dean literally fought for me to be the captain of the Ark, I'm always like, it's never wasted on me. Like how crazy that is.
It is crazy, Christy. And the only thing I want to emphasize with everyone is you are the trailblazer in that there's going to come a time when we're not going to have to say that anymore. That, you the first, the
You're gonna be
second,
like,
the
we
third.
hate Garnet.
Oh, yeah, right. No, no, no. It's actually cool. And I just want to remind everyone this is so awesome of the opportunity and the opportunity that we have to be on as well. So, like I say, I'm going to pass it off to my other host right now, but I do have a question already. Here's one of the first ones. I have a question, Christy, about Spencer Lane that I don't think has ever been addressed. I know that he is a lieutenant, but what exactly is his job title? Ooh, I like that. What exactly
What
does he
exactly does he
do?
do? That's a great question, and you know what? I ask that same question every day.
And you do not get an
What
answer?
And I don't think we ever really get an answer. No, he's second in command, so he's basically like Garnett's right hand man. Um, does she need that? I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. I love Reese so much. He does an amazing job, and Lieutenant Lane has one of my favorite arcs this season. So I can't wait for people to watch that.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah, his arc, like, yeah, you guys are gonna be pretty amazed. Like every character, like you think you know them, like as an audience, you're like, okay, yeah, we know this. We know Bryce, we know Ava, we know Felix, we know like literally every character you think you know. And this season, Jonathan Glasner and the amazing writing team were like, you don't know them. He was like, oh, you think you know? You know. It's amazing. It's like there's so many secrets. Everyone has a secret. It's crazy. It's insane.
And that's a tip to the writing staff, everyone, the producers, and the crew as well. Nathan Sherritt says he's only going to be for about 10 minutes on his coffee break, but it means a great deal to us. Karen Mall also says can't wait for the ep. Hey, let's go. Michael, jump on in, and then we're going to go on over to Jag.
Which Michael?
You, the only one that answered.
You,
No, me.
Michael.
Okay. I'm going to ask that hard question I warned you about, Chris.
Oh,
Okay.
Just to get it started.
Okay.
Now, if you could play any character
Mhm.
in any of the movies
Okay.
of Harry Potter, what
Oh.
would it be?
I think Professor Snape.
Really?
Yeah, but the thing is I would never do as good of a job as he does. So I feel like I just love the way he like pronounces his S's. I just would love to be that guy. And that talented because Alan Rickman is amazing. And was amazing. So I'd probably say Snape, or honestly, Lord Voldemort could be pretty fun. I once had an ex-boyfriend that me and my sister now refer to as Voldemort.
Wow.
I
Okay.
just think it's a great thing to refer to like someone who you like don't like. You're just like Voldemort. You know?
No, that is cool. Susie says, so you want to be evil, but Marsha asks, you had some great physical stuff fighting season 1. How much fun are those action scenes?
They're so fun. This season there's like a handful more, like so many more in new locations that I don't think audience have seen some of the locations that we do fight scenes in yet. And there's like a really good one where I'm like hanging off of something and I like do a crazy jump punch. I think it was in the trailer. That whole sequence and all that stuff is really, really cool. But yeah, they're so fun. I think Garnett is like, that's where you find her, like in the body when you're acting her is in her like fight sequences, or at least for me anyway. And I don't want to be evil. I just think Garnett is so good that it would be fun to play the opposite.
Right.
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like Garnett is good to a fault. She has like a very strong moral compass and always tries to do the right thing. I think it would be fun to play the opposite, like to play Evelyn Maddox.
Ooh, all right.
You know, like it's fun to play the crazy person, I think. Don't you guys?
Yeah, it's always fun to play a crazy person. Yes, it is. Folks in the chat room, keep them going. We don't have a lot of time because she's busy, and I think she wants to watch the program as well. That is probably going to be one of my last questions. Are you watching live tonight? Yeah, you are, aren't you?
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Yes.
I'm in it. I have
Heck
to.
That is so
Have you
awesome.
seen it yet?
I
Have you
have
seen the
seen
final
it.
cut?
I have seen. I don't know if I've seen the final cut, but I have seen a version of it. I think it is the final cut, and I love it. I think Mark Roskin, who's one of our producers, directed it. He's so lovely. I think he's directed some of Dean's other shows as well, and he's just so talented. And he also directed episode 8, and yeah, it was wild. It was wild jumping back into the arc, episode 1.
And FYI, he may be one of our guests next week. I'm working
Tell
on
him I
that.
love him.
I'm going to find out.
Tell
I'm
him
going
I
to find
love
out in the
him.
next
He's
2
the
days.
best. He's
Yeah.
so good.
Hey,
I love
do
him.
we already have a confirmation though on another guest, Michael, or is that
Yes,
not public yet?
it's public, but I'm going to tell in just a few minutes. But I
Okay.
wanted other Michael to get a question because he does have to leave. So
Oh, I am sorry. You are
I-
right. So before I go to Jag, Michael Bednar, please.
I was going to ask something, and I'm not sure if it cuts that line, but
Okay, ask away, and
I
then
She
well,
can
I always
always
go like
smile
this.
and not
so
say
what?
anything.
Well, that's just it. It's either a glazing stare or um. Anyway,
That's good.
what could we what could we expect as far as character development for you?
Oh, I feel like the stuff that they wrote this season was needed. I think in season one, all we really knew about Garnett was her and how she died, like her in a crisis, essentially. We
Right.
didn't really know much about her as a human. And so I feel like season one was really about like a leader who's leading from like their brain. And season two is going to be about a leader leading from their heart center, obviously, because she cares more about these people. She's gotten to know them. Whereas in season one, she's like, we're seeing her get to know them kind of thing. But yeah, I think my big like motto for this season was like, who is a leader when they have no one to lead? And so I feel like that kind of question gets answered a lot. We get to see
Okay.
her, deal with grief, deal with potential romances, deal with
Ooh.
newfound friendships, deal with like mentoring people, giving people second chances, of course, because that's Garnett to a T, always going to give someone a second chance. So I think you really get to see more of her humanity, but also, she makes some mistakes this season as well. So, but it's not just, you're not just going to see her in captain mode all the time, which I think is needed,
Yeah.
you know? We want to get to know her more. I don't know her
Good.
like
Yeah.
I don't feel like audiences know her maybe as well as some of the other characters. They just know her as Lieutenant Sharon Garnett.
Yeah.
So they
Good.
did a really good job this season. I like want to tell you guys everything. I keep like I haven't even told my mom some of the stuff that's happened. Like I'm
Uh-oh.
like I'm like oh my god,
Where's that NDA?
you know, because it's just so good. Like as an audience, I wish I was getting to watch it and not know like that stuff happens.
That's good.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, we still have additional questions. Nathan, I'm trying to get that video to go, so bear with me. I may not be able to have it while you're with us, but I'm going to try to get to it. Susie says, Chrissy, do you know if you'll be able to go to Electricon in New Orleans in October?
I'm trying to make it work. The only thing is that it's around my birthday, and I had planned a trip. So I'm trying to make it work, but I am going to be at San Diego Comic Con. So
Oh,
if
you
you guys
are?
I am. So if you guys
My
are going
daughter
to
will
be
be there.
there, yay, tell her to come say hi.
I will. I will.
I'm doing a TV Guide fan favorites panel, and then otherwise I think I'm just running around. And then Saturday, because my sister's coming with me, me and my sister are gonna try and like, I don't know, go be people that go to Comic Con, like be like in the muck with everybody, I guess, or the chaos.
So you're going to be
So
at the panel on Friday?
yeah, I'm going to be at a panel on Friday, and then on Saturday I'll be probably I've never been, so walking around. I don't know what to
Oh,
do at
it's
these things.
intimidating.
Is
As a
it?
matter of
Okay.
fact, Marcia will be there. I will be there. So
Oh
we
my
may
gosh,
try
well
to
you
say
have to
hi at
come
the
say
panel on
hi.
Friday.
Yeah,
Yes.
and if not the panel, like if you just see me there, just please come say hi. I feel like I would love that.
Karen M says, "Who is the leader when everyone else thinks they are the leader?"
That's a great question. Well, Lane definitely thinks he's the leader.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
know. Who is the leader when everyone thinks they're the leader? The leader.
it
The
would
one with
have
the
to
I feel
be.
loudest
like that's
voice.
like a heavy question,
The one
but I
getting
am
results.
yes, the one
Yeah.
getting
That's
results. That's a
true.
good point.
Yes.
That is a good point. I guess trust then, William Trust, if he's alive,
Yeah, I
Oh,
actually have one of those
Oh,
things going on right now at work.
Yeah, exactly.
well,
well,
I'm going to
But yeah,
start. I was going to say, I
yes,
was going to
Jag,
start.
go.
So number one, it's just so weird to see you laughing because in about an hour or 45 minutes, we're going to see you in a completely different setting. So
I
my mind's
know.
kind of going backwards,
You're
going
like,
forward. Oh my
what?
gosh, she's hanging out. You should be on the bridge right now,
I know.
and I'm like freaking out. Number two, how are the crows?
Amazing. I was in New York doing an acting conservatory for like a month. And so they kind of got used to me not being there. And now I'm like slowly wielding them back with my superpowers. But one of them is called One Leg, and one of them is called Rounds because she's got like a really round head. And I'm obsessed. and they follow me. Like, I'll go to my local coffee shop, and I'll like look up, and I'll be like, "Oh, hey, Rounds, what's up?" So I'm obsessed with these two crows, and
Wow,
That's
that's
awesome.
really
it's a
You should
very,
have a,
very niche topic.
you can make your own like Christie's Crows as an Instagram
Christie's
account.
crows. I love it.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh! And I'll just send you pictures of them. I have so many, so
yeah.
many.
And
My
real
sister's
quick,
always like, "We get it. You have crow pets."
no, but it's awesome to see them and everything. And I wanted to follow up on Michael Bednar's question on your character as an
Mhm.
actress or an actor.
Mhm.
What compared to season one, how was a challenge for you as an actor in season two?
I think the challenge lied with like not wanting to disappoint fans. Like, one, I'm always shocked that people even watch our show, like genuinely, that like people take time out of their day for an hour to watch our show is like not wasted on me whatsoever. And so I know me, Dean, Jonathan Glasner really wanted to up the ante this season and just really give it our all. And I genuinely have to admit, like, I finished season two and I was like, wow, I feel really accomplished. I'm really proud of myself. I'm just really proud of this season. I genuinely think it's so good. So I think that was challenging, like just not wanting to disappoint fans, really.
And that just holds true to what you said last time when we were honored to have you as an interview. As a matter of fact, I happened to read a recent, because as soon as the broadcast date comes near, all these interviews come out. And there was one where Dean Devlin specifically said, and talk about being invested,
Yeah.
as in not only in the character, but as in the show,
Eh,
that you were organizing the rehearsals
yeah.
and that you were like picking up the space and cheerleading everybody for the scenes and stuff. So that
Yeah.
just automatically showed me and everybody that read that article that you are truly the person of a fan, as a friend of the fans as well, because you went through that.
Totally.
Yeah, yeah,
You want it to be good, right? Like, I think when people do tune in, when you find out people do like it, I mean, at first you're like, no one's gonna watch this, they're gonna hate it, what the heck? And then, obviously, because we communicate via Instagram. I know other people message me and stuff, and it's like I'm invested in the fans. I myself am a fan of TV and film and this art medium, and so I'm always like, I never want to waste anyone's time. As far as like rehearsals and like pumping people up, I just love acting so much that I like want to force all these people to hang out with me for extra time. And also, I think it makes for like, yeah, better like scenes on the day. I'm sure a lot of them though like roll their eyes and don't really want to join the rehearsals, but I love it because
Do you
the
bribe them with
dialogue's
ice
really
cream?
intense. Oh gosh, well we filmed a lot of this season. I didn't eat a lot of ice cream this season because we filmed a lot of it in the winter, so it was so cold. I have a video of me in like a snowstorm being like, "Nobody leave their apartments today." It's bananas out. And Serbia is really cold in the winter, so yeah, I didn't eat that much ice cream, unfortunately. But man, I love it. We all know this.
wow,
I love it.
wow, yes,
But yeah, I
yes.
do. I do organize rehearsals, and I'm always wanting to run lines, and I just want the show to be the best it possibly can. Because if people are going to tune in and watch it, I want them to like. I wanted it to be like as the best it could possibly be this season. And so I hope it is. I hope it is. I haven't seen the whole thing yet. I've only seen the first 3 episodes, and they're really good. So
That's good to know.
Can't wait.
Someone did ask if you had seen the entire season, and I apologize,
yeah, I
folks.
saw that.
Yeah, sorry about that. But you see, the captain, she knows exactly what's going on in her displays. I'm not even I couldn't even be the executive officer. I do want to bring Richard and Greg in. So, Greg, if you want to get a question, then we'll go on to Richard, and we
Yes,
may have a
let's do
few
it.
others in the chat room as well.
So, Christy, I was scrolling back through your filmography,
Mm-hmm.
and I noticed that you've been in a few franchises like Supernatural.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And I saw
One
that
of my faves.
you had an early role in Catching Fire, the
In Twilight, maybe?
Twilight
Is that,
Saga.
yeah. Same, but different.
Yeah. I apologize. I had a day
Why?
today. My
Why are you
brain is
apologizing?
mush.
You don't need to apologize. We got you.
Is there a franchise or genre that you haven't done
Oh.
that if you won the role, you would consider your acting career complete.
Oh, like if somebody was like, you get to play Laura Croft in Tomb Raider, I would lose. I would. You could rest in peace, Christie. I would love that. That I think, yeah. I grew up watching Angelina Jolie in that franchise, and I love that. I love that. That character is so badass. I don't know, genre. Well, first of all, Supernatural. Shout out to Supernatural. That was like some of the most fun I've ever had on a show. It's shot in Vancouver. For so long, I was like, literally every season, I was like, this is gonna be the season I'm gonna get on this show. Wouldn't happen. And then I finally got on the show, and I got to work with this incredible Canadian actor, David Cubitt, who is a medium, and he just became a mentor of mine, and is the reason why I have my agent that I have today. And really, I want to say why I'm in the ARC. Like, he is just amazing human being, amazing actor. Shout out David Cubitt, we love you. But yeah, a genre. I'm trying to think. Maybe a comedy, but I feel like I would be terrible in a comedy.
No, you'd be
I
great.
don't know. You're
who's
very
really good at comedies? No.
yeah, you're very animated. You know, you have a beautiful smile. I think you would do well
Oh,
with
yeah.
something light.
I think I would have to be like the grumpy person, and maybe that's where maybe being a grump is where my comedy lies.
Wow. Okay. We'll look forward to something like that someday. I hope.
Yeah, we'll see.
Thank
I want
you.
to shoot on over to Richard, and then maybe we can go over to Michael Bednar before we lose him. Richard, oh, ever the professional. Look at that. Christie,
Oh.
he took the time. He
That's a
dressed
heck of a
up.
bottle.
He showered. I think he shaved. I don't know.
Richard always looks better than us. and I remember last time, Richard, didn't you get kicked off or something? You weren't on the whole time. It was devastating.
Well, Michael Day can only take so much of me.
Yeah.
Every time it's my turn, his teeth and butt cheeks clench. So he doesn't know what I'm going to say or what I'm
His
going to do.
butthole disappears.
That
So
is so true.
it is so true. But Greg did something. He already brought up the Supernatural,
Yeah.
and it took me till yesterday to put two and two together. That you were on that you were part of Smash and Grab.
Oh yeah, and I'm like always going like this in it.
But I've seen I think up 10 times, and I watched it again yesterday.
Yeah.
So I guess my question was: it fun giving Jensen Ackles crap on set when you were
Oh
just?
my gosh, the best. And what, like, he's such a sweetheart. Both those guys are. They're so lovely. They're literally just like down to earth, incredibly talented human beings. I loved working with them. I was so nervous, and they made me feel so safe. And I really loved the movie Baby Driver, and I feel like that episode is very similar to Baby Driver. And
Yeah, you're right.
yeah, and so like, and I think they did that on purpose. So I had so much fun, and I got to like burp in his face and like just always
You were
constantly
you were being
I was,
disgusting. That's for
I
sure.
was being disgusting and rolling my eyes because Satan was trying to steal my soul. And I really wanted back on that show. I was like, let me come back.
Because because you brought up earlier about doing a crazy character. That was Smash was a crazy character, and you were just
she was
throughout. And I mean, like, you got the bourbon. What was that drink? Nervous. I mean, that thing was like nervous grind or something. That was
it was
that. It was a
crazy.
power. It was. I mean, it was illegal, right? At that time, you got it on eBay.
It was illegal. I got it on eBay, but really, I think it was like a Diet Coke because I love Diet Cokes. But they poured it. I can't remember how they did it, but it was like some sort of they made it essentially.
Wow.
And the gentleman who directed that episode, Bobo, I shouldn't call him Bobo. That's what I call him. He was one of the executive producers of the show, and I love that man. He is just.
Well, that's all I ever heard about people working on, co-starring on Supernatural. That it was so fun, and that there was really there was really no drama going on, which is
no. And
it's probably why
if anything, it was like Christie stopped laughing because they're so fun.
That's what I heard. But but that role, I mean, I watched it and I could see that there was. I mean, I could see you being a good actor, and I could see you should do the Smash thing as captain, and that way just throw him
Oh
off
my
guard.
gosh. Oh my gosh. That would be so funny. I just burp in Richard's face. That would
Yeah.
be hilarious.
You just grab a drink. Yeah.
Oh
I mean,
man, I'd pay for that. I would.
But
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh,
Season 3.
sorry.
but anyway,
We
I mean, I'm a big.
do
That's why. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Go. What were you going to say?
I was going to say I'm such a big Supernatural fan that you could use that cachet also to get into anywhere you want to go.
Oh, really?
You got
think
cash.
so?
I mean, you should try to get invited to one of their cons in Toronto that they do. I think still do every year, even though it's been
Oh
off
my
out
God.
the air for like 5 years. But
I
anyway,
know.
I could see.
I don't think anyone would recognize me from that.
I would.
I have to wear my
I think you underestimate Supernatural fans.
Yeah, that's true. You're right about that, Greg. You underestimate Supernatural fans. Hey, there's probably people
Yeah.
that have pictures of you going, "This is Smash," and she was in season 16, episode 8, I believe. The Turtle and the
that's
Scorpion.
fair.
But
Yeah.
but anyway, I mean, I guess the thing is that I guess that's a good thing. 'Cause I didn't recognize you as the captain because you're actually a different character.
Mhm.
So I was like, oh my, because I watched that thing. I'm telling you, up teen times, I've gone through that whole season, and it's like, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my, and like yesterday, oh Christie Burke, oh my God! So I went and watched the episode again. I was like, oh yeah, that is her. What the hell? I mean, what the heck? You know, and I
You were like, wait a
Michael
second.
clinched right there. I could see Michael. Oh my God, he's going to do it. No, but anyway. That's enough for me. I just want to let you know that I saw the Supernatural thing. And I thought you did a good job in that, and since you can't talk about anything about the arc and how you probably going to get the cat,
I can talk about some
and you can't.
things.
Well, you can't.
Oh,
tell
yeah,
us how
she's-
I mean, you can't tell us about how you're going to get the captain's chair, and I appreciate that.
Just sit in it.
I'd buy
Yeah.
that for $1.
How I get the captain's chair? Well, I sit in it. No, no, that's it.
Just get your
That's a
energy drink
great
and sit down and burp.
Yeah, I just sit down and burp, obviously. Hello.
But anyway, thank you. Well, thanks for joining us.
Of course. I love being on your guys' show.
You know,
Too
Christy,
kind.
you are too kind. You blew us away. I mean, Christy, don't take this badly, but you made a whole bunch of old guys' days. when Michael
and mine
said
too.
she wants to
I
go,
know.
ha
And
and it was.
I texted Michael. He was like, "Don't joke with me right now." I said, "I'm not joking, Michael. It's just because I meant to respond earlier, but I had been so busy with like press and doing this and doing that, and what are
yeah.
you doing? And can you go here?" And then I was like, "Wait a second, guys, Michael, I need to get back to him, and we need to like do something for premiere." So this worked out perfect.
This is awesome.
Wow. It has clearly
Yeah.
worked out. I want to get Michael Bednar in because I know he's short on time.
It's
Okay.
bedtime approaching. So
Bedtime, not
I-
the
I-
time for life.
hey, I got early morning, so I'll miss the episode
Okay.
and watch it tomorrow with my wife. But
Perfect.
I don't have a question per se. I just want to say continued success. You know,
Oh,
wish you all the
thank
best.
you. Is there anything you want to know?
Oh, dude,
Oh, the doors are open.
we didn't even get that, Michael.
No.
Wow.
She's after
I
the
was
Harry
wait-
Potter stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I've seen the stuff you've made. No, genuinely, maybe I can answer some of the questions that you have.
Well,
Yeah, that's fair.
mine are so. I hate to know what's going to happen, so I
Yeah.
like to be able to sit in front of a screen and be entertained.
Yeah.
So all the stuff that I would ask is things that were more of the mechanical side of how
Yeah.
many times did you guys do rehearsals before you would do a scene, or did you have script reads and things like
Ooh.
that?
We always had a script read for every episode. I want to say maybe besides like one, and that was just because of timing and how busy everyone got. And then rehearsals, we only do rehearsals for scenes. You know how in our show, like the end bit is always like 7 of us talking and there's a
Mhm.
catastrophe and we're fixing it. Well, we usually shoot that all in like one sequence, even though it's like 20 different scenes.
Right.
And so when it's like that, it's like, okay, we need to be on our cues. We need to know what we're doing.
Piece it
And so-
together.
piece it together. And so we would run those a lot, like rehearse when there would be more than like one, like when it's like 7 people and you're like have 3 lines, but like I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. So we would rehearse those a lot. And then me and Reese rehearse a lot. Like there's so many times when he's like, you ready to run lines? And I'm like, just eating a bag of chips. And he's like,
Yeah.
let's run lines, which I love, by the way. That's my favorite thing. But I'm trying to think. And sometimes me and Reese would like walk the halls, like in between takes of scenes. I, for one episode, am in it a lot. Like literally I had so much to do in one of the episodes, and so I would go during lunch by myself to the bridge, and I would walk like the scene. I would like record this is so niche, but I would record people's voices like with beats for when I would talk,
Right.
and I would walk the scenes and the locations that I would be doing them in.
Self choreograph. Good. Good.
Not even choreographed, like, because then I get to set and the director would completely change what the choreograph was. It was just genuinely like, so I could be like, I know my lines in
Right.
this space. I know my lines in this space. So it was more kind of like, I guess, to give myself the confidence, like I knew my lines.
So out of
And
this season,
it was a lot
so-
of dialogue.
so out of this season compared to last season,
Mm-hmm.
what's the longest number of takes for one scene?
Oh.
I don't know. There's some of those ready room scenes. They're definitely not a lot of takes. It's just like a lot of angles, so you're getting everything because there's like 10 people in a little room, and
Right.
you're like, oh, but she looks at him, so we need to get that, and we need to get the reverse, and then you're literally going around a circle around the table trying to get everything. What
Right.
is my camera doing right now? Which, by the way, is it's like Ken Burnsing or something. But which, by the way, the ready room stuff, all of us break like corpse, like start hysterically laughing. And there's one scene where I was sitting on one, maybe I should tell you this. No, I'll tell you. I'm sitting on one edge and another person sitting on another edge, because I can't tell you who they are because you don't know if they're alive or not.
Right.
And another person sitting on the other edge, and a character would get up and leave, and every time that character would get up and leave, me and that person would be like could not stop laughing, to the point where I, on their coverage, had to look down and deliver all my lines down because I was crying. I was laughing so hard, and like we could not keep a straight face. And then another time, oh my gosh, we had too many giggles this season. We were like, guys, get it together. But there's a scene where me, Reese, and Richard were on the bridge, and none of us could say our lines. Like none of us could walk into this triangle and say our lines, because it would start like Reese would come into the triangle and say a line. I would look to Richard and say a line, and Richard would come in and say a line to the two of us, and neither one of us could ever deliver the line without hysterically laughing, to the point where we were like, we need to just take a break. We need to walk around the set and just like get these jokes out. And what's so funny is Richard will start it because he's so funny. He's so charming and so funny. And once Richard starts making me laugh, no,
All bets off.
we're not. We can't. And once he like is like, watch Reese do this, I'll be like, no, don't point it out, because once you tell me it exists, I can't stop laughing about it. And then Reese would be like, guys, get it together.
Well, as a matter of fact, then we have the answer to another question. What was it like getting the team back together? Yeah.
It was the best. I didn't think we were going to get to do it again. I don't know why. I just was like, yeah, I don't know why. I just was like, I don't know if we're going to get to do it again with the writer's strike and everything that was going on.
Oh.
But it was like we never left. But it's so crazy because the ship is so mangled that we were all in such great spirits. But then we got back to like Serbia, and we were like, oh yeah, right. We're all like scared, and like people have died. Like there are characters that die, and like there's holes in the ship, and like, do we even make it back to the ship? And like there's just crazy stuff. So it was so exciting to see everyone, but it also was like, right, this is the worst day of our lives.
Wow.
Oh, real quick, who's the 1st one to go out the airlock?
Oh, that's a good question. I think Jasper Dads in season. Well, we call him Jasper Daddies, but that's not how you say his last name. Only because Chris Leask is he's so funny, and he would always be like Jasper Daddies. But yeah, he was the first guy I think to go out of the airlock, right, in season 1.
I'm talking about season 2.
Oh
no, of course he was.
Yeah, we're not really supposed to ask that, Richard.
Season 2.
Michael's just always on my back all the time.
It's posted.
We want to make sure we get Christie back.
Yeah.
Yes,
But
we
you-
definitely.
But you
not
said
gonna
go ahead and
answer.
ask. She may be allowed to give us a little tidbit, give us a little
That's
exclusive.
not a little.
Since you were the first one
That's
here.
not a big one.
I genuinely don't know.
Okay. All right,
Well,
that's
at least
fair.
it's not-
That
that
is.
tells us it's not you then.
See you guys.
Yeah,
Bye.
Michael. Thank you. See you
Bye,
later, Michael.
Michael. Take
Yeah,
care.
bring some pictures on your projects next time, Michael.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I'm putting in a porcelain tile floor.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
ooh.
So that's my latest project, and then I'm doing a 3-foot Betty from the Alien 4 movie.
Oh
wow.
my!
Yes.
So that's what I'm working on now.
How long will that take you? Do you think?
Some of the printing is taking about 36 hours for one part, so
Wow.
I should finish that probably in a week, and then I'll start the build process. And yeah,
I look forward to seeing pictures of that, like everybody else.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
one of these days I'll do another Harry Potter book nook or something. But yeah,
Yeah. No, that sounds way cooler what you're making now.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
guys.
Thank you, Michael.
See ya.
We'll see you.
Michael.
Thanks, buddy.
Good night.
We do have quite a few questions in the chat room, and I'm
Okay.
going to go back
Okay.
to Jag in a moment. Let me see. I'm going to go back a bit. Will we see you on any Hallmark Christmas stories this year?
Oh, I wish. I love Hallmarks. I am not. No, you are not.
That's a sad
Okay.
story.
That's a sad
It-
story right there.
It won't be a Merry
For a
Christmas
Hallmark
then.
store?
But you know what?
Yeah.
Hallmark's so great. They don't need me. They got amazing people. They don't need me. They got the best of the best. They got.
Okay,
your
you're
rom-com.
humble,
They're good. They
but
got
it's
me.
great
They're
having
good.
you.
Well, then we can get you up to the Northeast.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I was just in New York, and also I shot a movie in New Brunswick, but that's a really sad movie.
Oh wow, that's way past me.
Yeah.
Oh, well, hopefully we'll be able to talk to you about that one as well. But Marsha Middleton, who you may
Absolutely.
meet as well, if you were going to cosplay at a Comic-Con, I know we heard Laura Croft. What
Yeah.
character might you be?
Well, probably Laura Croft, or I love the Pink Power Ranger, so probably her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That is cool. Garnett was Karen Mall says Garnett was not so big on personal connections last season. Is she able to open up a bit?
Completely. I think the death of her sister really was preventing her, and also I think seeing the way that Lane responded to her being a clone. I think getting past that kind of. I think the way Lane reacted to her being a clone was kind of how she felt about herself in a way, if that makes sense.
Yes.
And so I think that insecurity of feeling less than was also something that was preventing her from making, I think, more personal connections or opening up to people. Like, I think that's a really important thing to open up to people. And we get to see that a lot more this season with so many different characters, not just one, you know, like there's so many people that she really opens up to.
Well, speaking of that, Marsha says, sleeping quarters were in short supply on Arc 1. How about this season? Wink,
Well-
wink. I can't do the wink.
Well, I can't say too much about that, but the ship is destroyed. So
Oh, okay.
And this is not on HBO or Cinemax, so it's on
So-
Sci-Fi.
yeah.
Oh, that's
But
funny.
they
Very
do
good.
have a Richard Fleischman on the show. and they got to find ways to not have him in a shirt. So
That's
Yeah,
true.
Well-
he doesn't seem too shy about taking that shirt off, making the rest of us look bad.
Yeah, right? Myself included. I'm like, hey, you did. No, he's a babe. I love it. I love it for him. He works really hard and he looks
His
amazing.
on-screen personality seems like he's a really nice guy off screen too.
He is. He's the best. Him and Reese are both like really great humans.
Arc 54 states the obvious. No shot against her. We always need Christie on our TV screens.
Oh,
Yes.
that's
we
so
do.
sweet. I just can't
we
wait
do.
for
Oh.
you guys to watch this season. Like, I lived it, so I know how good it is. You know, like I just
Oh.
am like that. Oh, just like I wish I could tell you. There's just so much unpredictability, and also like we have new characters. Like there's new people that come throughout the season, but you find this out. It's in the trailer that some of Arc 15 want to come to Arc 1, and those characters are so fascinating. They add so many different layers to the show. They're so dynamic. It's gonna be such a good season. I've been
Wow.
wanting it to start like 2 months ago. I'm like, can we get this show on the road? I can't hold these secrets in any longer.
Yeah, but
We
it's tough.
dying to see that. As a matter of fact, I want to answer this one a little bit. Gray Noise, welcome to the program. If you could take any prop from the set last season or this season, what would it be? I have to say that you did not see our season finale episode last year. Oh my God, Christy, that was so awesome. Everything you guys did, talking about the props and stuff. I don't
Oh,
knowing
yeah.
there's a second season. I don't know if you want to answer that, Christy.
I want to take the spaceship. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Could
Well,
you
that's
imagine?
too
I wanna
big.
Take the spaceship. I did take some stuff this season.
Oh,
So
well,
our costume designers, I'll say this: our costume designers, I don't think they know I took this, or maybe they do, and they're just like, whatever. But I'll bring it back if we get a season 3. Our costume designers are. Our costume designer and then the ladies that build our outfits, all of the stuff that we wear is basically, you might think we bought it at a store, but really these incredible women and seamstresses have made it to fit our bodies perfectly. And they made me a very cool jacket. And I just said, I think that's mine now.
oh wow.
Well, it's
This
it's
jacket-
gonna be
Because
right.
Because
Wow.
I was like, well,
Well, it fits
made for
you.
me. It was made for me. It
Yes.
had multiples. There were multiples. And also I just was like, if we get another season, I'll bring it back. But
Maybe.
I
they
would.
can always make another.
That's
you
true.
know?
It's in the budget.
Christy,
Are
Christy,
you
so
gonna
much
wear
for
it
keeping
out
it quiet.
after it's on screen? Are you gonna wear it out and about?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. Then maybe I should wear it to Comic-Con because then people would know who I am.
Well, so
Oh,
much for keeping it quiet, Christy.
Yeah.
You were
yeah.
talking
I
about
did also take another one of the badges only because they just make me laugh, and I have 2 now, and I'm always someone who I love mementos, and so and I also think too, if you have multiple mementos, then you can always I don't know, give them away to someone who really wants one. And so I always travel with little mementos. Like I know last year at the TCAs, I had some original Supernatural call sheet tops
Oh yeah.
that had my name and other people's names, and then scene numbers and stuff like that. And I gave one of those to somebody, I think. I'm pretty sure. But I always travel with little mementos to give people that really want them.
Well, that's
And
fun.
sometimes people don't want them, and that's also really cool, you know?
For me, it'd be kind of cool to have a supernatural side.
Yeah, totally. We can make that happen.
As a matter of fact, I do want to interrupt real quick. We have a super fan. I think everyone knows him, Nathan Sherritt. He's done some incredible work with memes and videos. He
Oh,
did
yeah.
tell us a little while ago. He asked me to do this. I'm going to go and take a chance. I'm going to ask everyone to be just a little bit. I'm going to get it to go right now. And you're going to get to be a critic for a moment, Christy. But
Oh my
here is the
gosh.
scene. As a matter of fact, he talked about that it is a short merger video of the Ark and Resident Alien. Okay, so you're in it. Let's check it out. Let me know if you guys can hear it.
No showers, laundry, or any unnecessary water use.
I think I'll take a bath.
You expect to ration 6 weeks of food for over a year?
You're scared, and now you're using food to make yourself feel better.
It works. Tell him to break me out. I'm Monday's chef special.
Oh, man. What I wouldn't give for an actual fish to fry right about now.
Sit down, shut up, and listen.
Never.
You enjoy
These my people will come and they will kill the rest of the human race. Oh, that is just shite. That is shite. I am pacing out of anger.
You got 3 seconds to move your asses before I send you out of the goddamn airlock.
Whoa, you throw her in jail.
Very funny. Very funny. Well done.
No
Wow.
So funny. Do you know that bit of Richard in the shuttle that he improv'd all that? Like, isn't that insane?
Amazing. That
He
was
was
my
like-
favorite.
Yeah, he's so like he's so good, and it's so funny, and I love that bit. But also, like, how cool would it be if he was like, if in season 3, say we do encounter aliens for the, I don't know, potential second time.
Uh-oh.
Mm.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. How
Mm.
cool would it be if Resident Alien was one of them?
That'd be fun.
Oh.
That'd be fun.
Heck
Or even
yeah.
just get Alan Tudyk on the show in any capacity.
Yeah, it would be so cool. So cool.
Arc54 says, we've seen the BTS photo of you with Ivana fixing your costume. How often do the costumes need to be fixed while you're wearing them? Uh-oh. There's a story here.
Well, the space when I'm doing my stunts and I have to like do a high kick or anything, they always rip in the crotch/butt.
Oh.
And so yeah, that day, that was like, I want to say her like 4th time sewing it up, but usually that doesn't happen. But for whatever reason that day, and that wasn't Ivana, that was one of her lovely assistants. But she had like a headlamp on too, like, because it was so dark. It's so dark in the green room, so she had like one of those like headlamps, as well as her little needle kit, and she was like sewing it up. And me and her were just dying. I was like, someone's got to get a picture of this. This is absolutely ridiculous. Like, only on the Arc. Like, what the? And it only happened to me. It didn't really happen to anyone else. So that's how hard I go, guys.
Yep.
That's how hard
You go FTL speed, no doubt about that.
FTL.
Folks, we have a few minutes. Please
Okay.
get your comments in the chat room, your questions. Jag and Greg.
So
Go
I'm gonna
for
make
it.
this quick because I'm
Okay.
gonna go downstairs and get ready
Oh
because
my
it's
gosh.
coming up.
I'm
Yeah.
so excited for my hat, by the way, P.S.
Oh yeah, it's on its way. I don't know where it is, but it's on its
Okay,
way.
but we'll get it when we get it. I'm
We'll
hoping
get
it
it.
comes before Comic-Con so I can wear
That's
it.
what I'm hoping for.
Oh,
But,
Yeah, that's what I'm
hoping for.
That's
So,
what I'm hoping for too.
Real quick, so unfortunately, last time I made you cry.
Oh my god!
So-
Don't do it again.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do it this time. I just want to let you know that when I saw the sneak peek of the after the episode 1, there was a
Mhm.
tear in mine. So I want you to say you got me when you did that little scene. You got me back.
I
You
got
me back. Yeah, and I was
know
talking to JP Nickel, and I was saying, he says, yeah, that's just the first of many, bud. So not just with you, but with the other stuff. So I'm gonna get
Yeah.
my ARC tissues box
Yeah.
ready to go.
Yeah, there's a lot of tears this season. A lot, and a lot I think people won't see coming.
Wow.
It's emotional. I think because we all care about each other now, so it's like no one's safe, and yeah, there's a lot of tears.
Well,
Nathan, that's funny. We gave him his moment and his video. He got a call. What
It
a
was so
bummer.
funny. It was so funny, Nathan.
It
We
was
loved
good, though.
it.
It was good.
It's so
That
funny
is
that
a
you mentioned
bummer.
that. I was doing press, and this woman, I think she writes for Fangirl. She's so sweet, and she was talking to me about how much the show meant to her, and she like started crying, and then we both started crying together, and I was like, "Give me a hug!" Like it was very beautiful. I feel lucky. I think sci-fi fans are the best. Like where there's no other like movies or shows that you get to be a part of where you have such an intense connection like that, where I feel like I know all y'all, and I feel like you all may potentially know me, and I like that, and I feel like so supported, and it's so beautiful. I'm very lucky.
We are very lucky. I don't mean to leave, but I got to get ready.
Yeah,
so,
go get ready.
So I'll see y'all. Good to talk to you, Christy.
Bye,
The guys
I'm
at
sure
the bottom,
we'll talk
thank
more
you.
later.
Good night,
And the
Jack.
fans.
See you
And
soon.
I got to get ready because I can't wait. So
Oh,
we'll
and by
see
the
y'all
way,
later.
say hi to Clementina for me, your
Oh,
mom.
yeah, that's my mom. That's my
Yeah.
mom. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Jack,
thank you so much. We'll see you all later.
All right, folks, we are down to minutes, really, because we're short on time everywhere. Greg, Richard, do you guys have anything?
One last one for you.
Okay.
Favorite set original and favorite set new.
Oh, very good.
Original favorite set, probably the shuttle. I don't know. Like you get in the shuttle. I think this first episode, there's some shuttle stuff that happens.
Oh, cool.
And I felt like I was 5. I was like, doop, 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 doop. Like I get to drive the shuttle.
It looks great on screen.
Yeah, so the shuttle stuff is some of my favorite, as well as the bridge. I think the bridge is always like going to be awesome. And then new, I'm allowed to say this doesn't ruin anything. We do make it to some planets.
Oh.
Ooh.
And so some of the planets are really cool.
Fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I gotta follow
and
up
they
on
used
that.
they used like you know how the Mandalorian has like the LED screen thing?
Yes.
Yeah. They got one of those, and so we used that
in
for
Serbia.
some of the stuff. Yeah, in
Well, aren't you
Serbia,
allowed
and
to
it
say
was.
that? Oh, wow.
That was my follow-up question.
Yeah. No, I'm allowed to say all of that. We said it in press, so
Very
in the press
cool.
package it said we could do that. So that's one of the ways they elevated the show a little bit, and it's really, really cool.
So
all right. Well, sorry, Richard. I'm going to get to you in a moment. Did you have a wrap party at the end of season 2?
I did. We did, and it was
Okay.
great. I just like genuinely by the time we finished the show, I was like, I'm so tired. I was like, I'm ready to go home.
Oh, I bet. How long did you spend over there?
Oh, I want to say at least 6 months.
Wow.
It was a long time, yeah, because of the writer's strike and stuff. Yeah, it was a lot. But it was
that's
awesome.
excellent.
It was so much fun, but it was a lot. I miss Diet Coke. They don't have that in Serbia. And I was like,
Diet
I need
Coke.
Diet
you
Coke.
should have gave me a call. I would have sent you some.
Yeah, what the heck? Next time I'll call you.
Actually, we all know now when they start filming, if a case of Diet Coke shows up, that'd be kind of cool, Chris. Be careful what you wish for.
That would be amazing. And also, like, can Diet Coke rep me? I did impress people. Are like, what's your go-to on-set snack? And I'm like, Diet Coke, but it's not in Serbia. And they were like, oh my gosh. And I literally was like, what am I, a spokesperson for Diet Coke?
Well, I had Diet Coke. This is Diet Coke right here. So I'm a big Diet Coke fan too. I want to rock my gut out as well.
Yeah.
Well, Richard, why don't you go ahead? I think it's going to be the last question because I think everyone wants to get to it.
Okay.
Oh, my question was just, I know that since you filmed in that CGI room, were you surprised by the final product, the final, CGI effects that you had to act to?
Yeah, I mean, especially this was in one of the things that Sci-Fi released today when we have the helmets on and we're walking around, like, and Richard, I think, says this is the first time we've landed on a planet.
You did see that today. Yeah.
Yeah, we were in a room and there was just tennis balls, and they would be like, look there and say your line, look there and say your line. And Richard was like, what does this planet look like, guys? What are we looking at? So I when I saw that footage, I was like, wow, it looks so good. I was like, because what we were doing was not like, I was like, I hope this works out. Because what we were doing, I was like, I hope it doesn't look like this.
So you had no preview of the scene at all before you did it?
Well, we had a little bit of a preview, but we didn't know. Like, it looks better than the preview we saw. That was just like a mock-up, basically.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah. So like, it was just like something to show us. Whereas like what it ended up being was, I'm speechless. I literally was like, that's not what I was envisioning, but I love it. It looks amazing. So yeah, that was probably the thing that surprised me the most about that stuff. And you just never know how that stuff's going to look, right?
Yeah. Well, look, first of all, this was incredibly fast, Christy.
I know. What the heck?
I mean, it's 56 minutes. This is unreal, but we are getting close to the hour. Okay. We don't want to interrupt everyone. Folks, if we didn't get to all of your questions, we apologize. We try to get to them all, but we thank you for being here with us. And Christy, again, without overdoing this, we're fans. Duh. We love what you're doing. And you taking the time to spend it with us on the day of the premiere. Oh my God, young lady. Wow.
I'm so excited. But wait, I can't answer this gray noise question. My new favorite sci-fi show currently is Dark Matter, which is one of my favorite books. And I think it's almost finished, or the season finale has come out already. It's on Apple, I think, with Joel Egerton. That's, if we consider that sci-fi, I love that show.
You see, look at that. I didn't get to that question. Christy did, because she's the captain. She's the bomb, man. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, there it is. Oh, no. We do as well. Look at this. Dark Matter was great. Yeah, and there's some other comments.
The book is so good. It's one of my favorite books.
Wow.
Good book.
Yeah, look, you got them good. It's amazing. And yes, it's wrapped. Well, there it is. Folks, we don't want to take anyone away. It is the premiere. Get to it, Christy. Godspeed on the trip. Thank you. I'm sure we're going to speak to you again.
I'll see you at Comic-Con.
Marsha and myself, yes. I look forward to that, Christy. I'm humbled. All right, young lady, take it easy.
Bye, guys. I love you. And all the fans that tuned in, I love you. I just enjoy the season. And we'll do this again. I think we should do it
every week.
No, I think we should do it after a specific episode. And
like
then
six? Like six?
There's one episode. I'm not going to say what episode.
Okay. All right. Well, we got it.
Do it after.
Okay. Yes, we're here. Thank you so much, Christy. Bye, Christy. Bye. And I will see you at Comic-Con, says Marsha.
Yeah, I love it. And you guys will get to meet my sister. She's better than me. She's so much cooler than me.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You're a good person, Christy. We'll see you.
Bye, guys.
All right. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go and finish this episode up because it is the premiere to the Ark tonight. We don't want to get anyone else's way. Wow. Christy. Wow. This was her idea. We didn't ask. She wanted to do this. Just absolutely blows us away. And we're humbled by everyone that joined us. We have quite a few people. Folks, we need your help. Follow her. Follow us. We need your subscribes. We need your likes. We need them all. And I think it's absolutely awesome. Michael, any announcements before we go?
Why not?
Go for it. We got someone already.
I just booked a guest for August 10th, Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, noon Pacific Time.
Angus!
Exactly.
Yes.
We'll know what happens to him by the time he's on, so we can ask all the questions we want when he's on. So it'll be great.
That was confirmed earlier today. And we have other guests. Michael, thank you for everything. My co-hosts and the ones we already left. Michael, of course, Jag. We have Greg and Michael Day himself. Wow. Folks, we want to get everyone in. We knew we were short on time on this one, and we don't want to take any more of your time. For many of you, the episode has started. The Ark, check it out. Sci-Fi. It's at 10 p.m. Eastern. It's on right now. Oh, Marsha, you give us way too much. We are going to be reviewing the program. Details coming soon. Possibly Sunday. We don't know yet. Depends on all the co-hosts. So, anything else?
Great show, guys.
Richard, thank you. Greg, thank you. Obviously, Michael, thank you, and everyone in the chat room. Karen, Nathan, Arc54, Marsha, Susie, Gray Noise, Nathan, Marsha. I may have said that one already. Arc54. I hope Starship Farragut and Arc54. Yeah, I think I already said it several times now, folks.
4 times, yeah.
Yeah, I may have done. Sorry, and everyone else in here, and that's it. Let's get to it. Let's watch the episode. Wow. Yep. Second star to the right, and straight on to the arc.